Morning everybody, it is Saturday morning and we are going to do a two-parter. We're going to do part one on disassembly and removal of the head on Georgina. If you don't know who Georgina is, Georgina is a 1976 ke30 Corolla sedan. She has a big sister which is at home. She's a 1974 ke30 coupe, but she's at home. So two-parter. First part, disassembly. We'll show you all the pulling apart, getting it ready for the head gasket replacement. I'm going to show you guys on the bench what we got going on, what we want to plan on doing, but I'll give you a bird's eye view after when I set you up for disassembly. I'll probably stop the video in between the time lapse to explain some stuff to you guys. So we'll get set up for that. I'm going to show you what's on the bench and let's get to it. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what we got going on the bench. Some of this stuff isn't off this car. This is actually off another engine that I pinched parts of because I wanted to clean them up and have it all ready to go. So wrinkled black rocker cover, wrinkled black top thermostat housing. I may leave that one silver, we'll see how we go. Cleaned up some spark plug tubes with some new seals, ready to go. Already purchased some head gaskets. Well, I purchased a VRS kit, which was that one, which came with all those seals. But obviously when you buy things in the mail, this is how it came. Yeah, so that's junk. And then I had to buy another head gasket. So it is what it is. We're gonna change the fuel filter, we're gonna change the oil filter, we're gonna throw some spark plugs in it, new thermostat, new drive belt, and the head that we pinched off the other motor, I've already gone through and lapped all the valves. I'll explain that in detail once I get that head off so I can show you a comparison. That's all been cleaned up. Those spark plugs are only in there for cleaning purposes and testing purposes. But no, this head did not go to a machine shop. No, I didn't have it machined. I will show you what I did to get this cleaned up. Is it the right way? No. Do I care? No. Why? This motor's not going to stay in this car. It's just to get it going. So we're going to get set up, give you a bird's eye view. We'll do a little explanation before we start yanking things, and then we'll get into ripping it apart. So you want to open that bonnet for me, Mia? Got to get the apprentice working. So okay, so we're going to start pulling some things off the engine because obviously we need to get the head off the engine, so there's things in the way. This video is not going to be how do I take the dizzy out, how do I take the air filter out, how do I take the radiator out. We're basically working towards getting the head off, so whatever's connected to it's got to come off. When we need to set up the dizzy and do timing, that'll be at the end, so we won't get into that at the start. That'll be part two, maybe even a part three, I'm not sure yet. So, very basic stuff. Key note or something to remember is these aren't hard engines to work on. So, if you're worried and not sure if you're gonna be able to put it back together, take a photo, you know? A lot of this stuff you can mark. These leads are already marked, 1 through to 4, firing order on the dizzy. If it didn't have any marks, grab yourself a texter or liquid paper or whiteout, mark it, no issues. Take a picture, take a video even. We, you know, even everyday work, we still do that now. You know, we take pictures. Engines are pretty complicated and engine bays are all different, and it's hard to get that sort of information. So take a picture, no issues. Refer to it, back to it later. So make your marks, take your pictures, and don't be afraid. So we'll get stuck into it and you can see how we do it. Okay, let's get started with ripping the head off this lovely 3K. First thing to note, just pull the battery out. Get it out of the way, eliminate any issue with arcing out and causing a fire or sparking. There's no computers in this car. You don't have to worry about, you know, disconnecting and losing codes or anything. The worst you're probably going to get
is if you've got an aftermarket radio and you're going to lose your preset radio stations. Big deal, you can reset that. Just get this thing out of the way and eliminate any issue. We're going to be working down near the alternator and starter motor, so there is live power down there, so let's just get rid of this and start from there. And then you're going to just see us sort of working around this area, a little bit on that area, but mainly around here, here, and across the top. So we'll get started, we'll time lapse, and then when we get to something interesting, we'll slow it down and explain it to you guys. So let's get started. Forgot to mention, start with the negative first. Much safer. Okay, you guys saw me take that grill out. Well, I hope you did. Let me have a look. Yeah, you did. You saw me take the grill out. You gotta take the grill out so you can get to the bolts that hold the radiator in. They go in through this side. So grill out, not a big job. Then you can access those bolts there. So, got a lot more room. We're gonna continue on. We'll get going with the time lapse, fast forward, whatever you wanna call it. We'll make this go quick. No thermostat. I wonder why. And someone forgot to take away the backing of the thermostat housing gasket. So the one side is supposed to be sticky so you can stick it down, so it's like peeling double-sided tape off. And they tried, but failed. Double clamps, no, I don't like it. We're gonna clean this hard pipe up and all these clamps will be getting replaced anyway, but double clamps, yeah, not a fan. Makes it look cheap and half-assed really.
Okay, so most of the work is done from the top in the engine bay. So from underneath, all we really need to get to is this exhaust bracket where it bolts up to the engine for stability. Once we unbolt this, we can actually move the whole header to the side. So we don't actually have to take it out of the car. If you're replacing the flange gasket, go ahead, undo it from up in there. We're not going to touch ours. We're going to unbolt, move it to the side, and that way it gives us enough clearance to pull the head up and away out of the engine bay. So literally just that, and obviously when you drain your oil and whatnot. So we're going to do this off camera, bring it back down, and then the fun bit will come up where we get to take the head off the engine. So give me a sec. I hope you can see that. There's a lot of water in that. Not good. Okay. A lot of cleaning. Yuck. Rubber mallet, give it a tappy tap. It's been on there a long time, compressed. It's probably going to be stuck on the dowels, or even the gasket is going to be really stuck on there. So just give it a tap to free it up. Don't go wailing on it. Just a soft-faced hammer. You can see it starts to move. Okay. The head's over there. Just pulled it off from here, and water, water, water. Nothing but. It's not looking great. So I'm gonna get all this dried off, and I need to inspect these cylinders, cause this might be a failed head gasket video. It might turn into we put that motor into this car. Okay, let me dig around, do a bit of head scratching, and we shall see you soon. Okay, so we gave it a quick clean up. Cylinders aren't great, but they're not bad either. So for the sake of the video and that this motor is not going to stay in this car forever, we're going to send it. We're going to see what it's like, and if it blows up, then you guys get a engine removal installation video. So we're going to clean the top of the block. We're going to check for squareness, and then we're going to clean up some more bits and pieces. So stay tuned for part 2, where we start reassembling. I'm not going to make you guys watch the cleaning stuff, but we'll do that off camera and then show you.
Very good. King Crib approves.
The king is here and he approves. So stay tuned. We're going to leave it. What do we say, Mia?
Like, comment, subscribe.
And we'll
Bye,
see you.
everyone.
And
See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, I like it.